Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. In the previous class, we dealt with the problems which were based on double angle identities and triple angle identities. Yes children, and we have completed our exercise 3.5 and today we are going to continue with the new exercise that is 3.6, and for going to our exercise 3.6 we need some more new identities, and first of all we are going to list out all the identities that will be used in our exercise 3.6. okay children, so we are going to learn some new identities today. You can just refer page 118. Take down your maths textbook children, take your maths textbook, and today we are going to see the identities for product to sum and sum to product. So in the first class we just saw the trigonometric identities. Yes children, where it was in page 104, where we dealt with the sum and difference identities or compound angle formulas. Like compound angle formula means for sine of alpha plus beta, sine of alpha minus beta, cos alpha plus beta, cos alpha minus beta, tan alpha plus beta, and tan alpha minus beta. So this was based on sum and difference identities. Sum also and difference also. That was the first part. And then we have also seen the formulas for double angle and triple angle. So for double angle identities we used sine 2a. For sine 2a we had two formulas. Can you tell the two formulas for sine 2a children? What were they? Sine 2a is, so you should know all the formulas. That's very, very important. Sine 2a is 2 sine a cos a. This is one formula. And one more we have was one more thing. It's 2 tan a upon 1 plus tan square a. So this is for sine 2a. For cos 2a we had totally 4 formulas. So cos 2a is cos square a minus sine square a. This is one. Then you have 2 cos square a minus 1. Also we have 1 minus 2 sine square a. And also we have 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square a. So you have to just, when you just talk about cos 2a, you should be, when you talk about cos 2a, all the 4 formulas should be clicked in your mind. Okay children? So what is the formula for cos 2a? It's cos square a minus sine square a, 2 cos square a minus 1, 1 minus 2 sine square a, then 1 minus tan square a upon 1 plus tan square a. Okay, coming to the next one, for tangent we have only one formula, that is tan 2a. When you just write on the formula for tan 2a, you can refer it from the sine 2a formula. The same formula, only the difference in the sign. The formula is 2 tan a upon 1 minus tan square a. So this was the formula for tan 2a. For sine 2a you have plus tan square a, and for tan 2a you have minus tan square a in the denominator part. Okay children? So this was for double angle identity, that is where is the angle is in terms of 2. Like if you have only a, this is the angle a. So when it's multiplied by 2, you have to call it as double angle identity. And when it's multiplied by 3, you have to call it as triple angle identity. So this is a multiple angle identity. Now coming to the triple angle, for sine you have a formula. What is the formula for sine 3a? It's 3 sine a minus 4 sine cube a. This is a formula for sine 3a. 3 sine a minus 4 sine cube a. And also we have a formula for cos 3a. What's the formula? It's 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. Cos 3a, 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. And also we have seen a formula for tan 3a. What is the formula for tan 3a children? 3 tan a minus 3 tan a minus tan cube a upon, it's 1 minus 3 tan square a. So you have to remember the formulas for angle, that is what? Triple angle also. Sine 3a is 3 sine a minus 4 sine cube a. Cos 3a is 4 cos cube a minus 3 cos a. And tan 3a is 3 tan a minus tan cube a upon 1 minus 3 tan square A. So we have just seen some of the formulas in our previous classes, and today we are going to learn some of the new identities. And I already have told you that it is product to sum and sum to product identities. Product to sum and sum to product. When you just write down the identities, you will come to know what is the difference between sum to product and what is product to sum. I just want you people to take down your classwork. Take down your classwork, children. Write down today's date and give the heading as product to sum and sum to product identities. You can just refer your page 118 for the formulas. The heading product to sum and sum to product identities. So totally we have 8 identities over here, okay children. So we have totally 8. For product to sum 4 and sum to product we have 4. The first one we are talking about product to sum. Okay? So product to sum. So write down here the 4 identities. You can just refer your page 118. Just come on, take down. So it is in the form of product to sum. So it's sin A cos B, sin A cos B. All the different combinations. Sin A cos B. Then you have cos A sin B. The third one is cos A cos B. And the next one is sin A sin BS. So just remember this combination, children. So what is the combination? Sin A cos B. Now here you have to replace it. So cos A sin B, cos A cos B, sin A sin B. So remember the combination. So first of all we are going to see how to write the product in terms of sum. So this is in the form of product. Sin A into cos B, cos A into sin B, cos A into cos B, sin A into sin B. So this is in the form of product. You are going to write down the answer in terms of sum. So how is the answer? Just see the first one, sin A cos B is equal to half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. Here on the first formula, it's half of sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B. For the next one, the same formula, only the same change in the sign. You get half of sin A plus B minus sin of A minus B. And the next one, cos A sin B is half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So very easy to remember the first two formulas. It's sin A cos B. So when you have two functions, like you have sin cos, cos sin. So when you have sin cos, you have to write down as half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. What is the formula, children? It's half of sin A plus B plus sin of A minus B. And when see the functions are different, okay children? So half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. So if you have sin first, you put here plus sign. If you have cos sign, you have to put here minus sign. Okay children? So what is the formula for sin A cos B? Sin A cos B is equal to half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. And what is the formula for cos A sin B? It's half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Coming to the third one, it's cos A cos B. So when you have cos A cos B, you are going to deal with the formula for cos. So it will be half of, say, just we are going to use this part. Let's just, what you can say, just replace sign. So you get half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. So what's the formula for cos A cos B? Cos A cos B is half of cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. This is a formula for cos A cos B. Half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Coming to the last one, it's sin A sin B. So when you have sin A sin B, there's a small change over here. It's half of for sin A sin B, the formula is differential. Everywhere you have A plus B, A minus B, A plus B, A minus B, A plus B, A minus B. Here first you have A minus B and then you have A plus B. This is for sin A sin B. So when you have sin A sin B, children, half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So remember the formula. For sin A sin B, there is a difference. For other three, you will have the same format, that is A plus B and A minus B, A minus B. So let's read this formula once again. So what is the first formula for product to sum? Sin A cos B. What is the formula for sin A cos B? It's half of sin A plus B plus sin A minus B. So when you have cos A cos sin B, you have to write the same formula. The sign is changed, that's all. So half of sin A plus B minus sin A minus B. Cos A cos B, when you have the same function, the answer will be for it will be from cos. So half of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, and when you have sin A sin B, you have half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So this was for product to sum, and now let us see for sum to product identities. So write on the heading over here as sum to product identities. Sum to product identities. We have again 4 identities for this. Let us write on this. First one is sin C plus sin D. First one is sin C plus sin D. This is one. Then what is the next thing you have? You have sin C minus sin D. Sin C minus sin D. Then we have cos C plus cos D. And then we have cos C minus cos D. So these are the 4 sum to product. Sin C plus sin D, sin C minus sin D, cos C plus cos D, cos C minus cos D. So let us write down the answers for this. So let's come to the first one. You have sin C plus sin D. So when you have sin, the answer is 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. You can just refer the page 118. Yes, children? What is the formula for sin C plus sin D? The formula is 2 sin C plus D by 2. Remember to write down upon 2. It's 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Okay. What is the formula for sin C plus sin D? 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Coming to the next one, sin C minus sin D. It's 2 cos C plus D upon 2 sin C minus D upon 2. So just the interchange of the function cos and sin. So you can just study two formulas together. So sin C plus sin D means 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. When you have sin C minus sin D means just interchange cos and sin and cos. You get 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Coming to the next one, cos C plus cos D. So when you have cos C plus cos D, you are going to use the same cos only. There is no other functions. For sin, you had sin and cos, but for cos, you have only cos function. So this will be taken as 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. If you just go on reading every day, just memorizing every day, it will be memorized. It will be easy to memorize. But the thing is, we have to always have in touch with the formulas. Every day, at least for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you have to go through all the formulas. So once you fix up with the formula, it will never forget. So what is the formula for cos C plus cos D? It's 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Clear? And when you have cos C minus cos D, you have to use the formula as sin. So this will be 2 sin C plus D by 2 and sine D minus C by 2. Just observe the last term carefully, children. So what is the formula? Cos C minus cos D is 2 sine C plus D by 2 sine D minus C by 2. Okay. So here it's not D, C minus D, here it is D minus C. So let's go through the formula once again. So what is the formula for sum to product? Sin C plus D. So when you have sin C plus sin D, when you have sin, you are using both the functions. So you have 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. This is for sin C plus sin D. Then sin C minus sin D means it's 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Just interchanging them. So for sin C plus sin D, we started with sin and we went for cos. Now here it's cos and sin. Now cos C plus cos D, when you have cos C plus cos D, you have to use only the cos function. You get 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. This is for cos C plus cos D. And when you have cos C minus cos D, you have to use only sine function. And it is 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin D minus C by 2. So we have taken around 8 identities. Children, product to sum 4 and sum to product 4. We have 3 more identities. Let us stay down 3 more identities and then we will continue with our exercise 3.6. Have you completed the first part, product to sum? Okay children, now let's go for the remaining 3 identities. We have 3 more identities to be taken down. So this is, we have just taken number 1, number 2. Yes, students, just put here number 3. Write down. Sine 60 degree minus A, then sine A, sine 60 plus A, this is equal to, what is the formula for this? 1 upon 4 sine 3A, 1 upon 4 sine of 3A. We use this identity when we solve the sum. So when you have sine 60 minus A, sine A, sine 60 plus A, it will be taken as 1 upon 4 sine A. So what is the formula for sine 60 minus A, sine 60 plus A? It is 1 by 4 sine 3A. Similarly, we have for cos also, yes. We have for cos also. So cos of 60 degree minus A, cos of 60 degree plus A. The answer is 1 upon 4 cos 3A. Okay, children. So what is the formula? It's 1 upon 4 cos 3A. So cos 60 minus A is equal, that is cos 60 minus A into cos A, cos 60 plus A. So you have to arrange the angle in such a manner. This is a middle angle cos A, and this you get by subtracting A from 60, and this angle you get by adding 60 to the angle. So this is cos 60 minus A, cos 60 plus A. So if you have such a arrangement, you can replace this all as 1 upon 4 cos 3A. So this whole part will be replaced as 1 upon 4 into cos 3A. So when we apply these formulas in the sum, you will be more clear about it. So what is the formula? Cos of 60 minus A, cos of A, cos 60 plus A is equal to 1 upon 4 cos 3A. This is very simple because this is sin 3A, this is cos 3A. And for the last, you will have only tan 3. Okay, so that's the difference. Fifth one, take on the last one. If it is tan of 60 minus A, tan A, tan of 60 plus A. Okay, if you have such a format, the answer is tan 3. Okay, children. Now for sin cos, you have 1 by 4 sin 3A, 1 by 4 cos 3A. But for tan part, the answer is alone. That is what you can say. It's tan 3A. That means you have 2 formulas for triple angle of tan. So one is tan 60 minus A, tan A, and tan 60 plus A. That's tan 3A. I hope you are clear with the formula. So today we have taken a total of 4 plus 4 plus 3. So it's 11. Yes, children. So we have taken down totally 11 identities. So you people have to go through all the 11 identities. And your homework for today is you are going to write down this 11 identities twice. Your homework to write the 11 identities twice. Okay, in your maths book, no problem. You can just write. No need of taking away paper or rubber. You can just write down. You can just go on writing because the thing is, we can just continue with our exercise only if you're thorough with the formulas. If you don't know the formulas, no use. We cannot just enter into any step. Yes, student, at least the basic is the formula. If you're clear with the formulas, we can just take a step. We can just move forward. Without the identities, we cannot step out forward. So this is the basic thing that we should know. So I want you people to take down the 11 identities that we have done today, and you have to write down it 2 times. Okay, once already we have written in our classwork. You have to write down it twice again. You can just use the last page of your book. Okay, children, you can just continue in the last page. You can just write down today's date and you can write down the identities in the last page. If you feel that no need to continue in the classwork, you can just put it in the back of your book. Okay, now let's continue with our exercise. I want you people to start with exercise 3.6. We have already completed 3.5, eh, children? So we are going to start with a new exercise 3.6. So give the heading as exercise 3.6 and write on the first question. Express each of the following as a sum or difference. They have given you a question and you are going to express it as a sum or a difference. So write on the first question, sine 35 degree cos 28 degree. Write on the first subpart, sine 35 degree cos 28 degree. Have you taken on the question, children? So from exercise 3.6, I'm going to do the first question, the first subpart. It's sine 35 degree cos 28 degree. Okay, so this is the question, and the question is to express each of the following is a sum or difference. So this is in the form of product. So we are going to write down product to sum. We have written 2 ways of identity. Student, one is sum to product and one is product to sum. So the product form is given and we are going to write down it in the form of sum. Yes. So first of all, let's write down the formula. After writing the formula, we'll just substitute the values. At the moment, you can just refer your formulas that you have taken down. So write down the formula for sine A cos B. This is of the form sine A cos B. Write down here, sine A cos B is equal to half of sine of. When you have sine A cos B, the formula is half of sine A plus B plus, we have sine S. When you have 2 different angles, you have to take sine. So sine A plus B, sine A minus B. Just complete it. So first of all, identify the identities. So what is the formula for sine A cos B? So when you have 2 different functions, the formula is with sine, and when you have same functions, you use cos. So sine A cos B is half of sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. So now very simple thing, we have to just substitute the values. Now here in the question, A is 35 degree and B is cos 28. So we are just going to write down this formula. Therefore sine 35 degree cos 28 degree is equal to half of sine A plus B. What is A, children? A is 35, B is 28. So put here 35 plus 28 plus again sine of A minus B. So 35 minus 28. Okay, done. So the answer is half of sine 563. 63 plus sine of 7 degree. So the answer is half sine 63 plus sine 7 degree. Do not add 63 and 7. We cannot add 63 and 7. Okay, children. So the answer will be half of sine 63 degree plus sine 7 degree. I hope you are clear. So what we have done, we have just changed the product in terms of sum. They asked you to express the product in terms of sum or difference. Here we have expressed in terms of sum. So what is the answer? Sine 35 degree cos 28 degree changes to half sine 63 plus sine 7. We have just applied the first formula for product to sum. What is sine A cos B? Sine A cos B is half of sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Okay children, very simple. Take the first angle as A and second angle as B, and you have to just proceed with the answer. Okay, now your homework is to complete the second one, the fourth one and the fifth one from question number 1. So homework, this is a self-study work. Don't just think that ma'am is giving more work. 11 identities is the basic thing that you should know. So you have to go on writing the identities. That is your separate work. Your homework is to complete exercise 3.6, question number first, second subpart, fourth subpart and fifth subpart. Second, fourth and fifth, just 3-line answer, that's all. So I'll be doing the third sum here. It's with 2, so I just want to do the third sum. Right on the third subpart, 2 sine 10 theta. Just read the question carefully. It's not 100. It's 10 theta cos 2 theta. What's the question for the third subpart? Two sine 10 theta cos 2 theta. This is the question given to you. 2 sine 10 theta cos theta. Again, I'm just going to apply the identity cos. What is this one? First one, sine A cos B. 2, no need to worry about 2. Just keep 2 as it is. We just write on the formula once. Always try to write the formula. So sine A cos B is equal to half of sine. What is the formula for sine A cos B? It's half of sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Write on the identity first. Now you people can solve it. Come on. I hope you people can see the last. You can just see it. So sine A cos B is half of sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. So I'm just going to keep 2 aside because I know the value for A, that is 10 theta, and I know the value for B, that is 2 theta. So I'll write here 2 sine 10 theta cos 2 theta is equal to 2 is away. Yes, children, 2 is out. Just put 2 as it is. Now the formula for sine 10 theta cos 2 theta is half of. So the 2 is separate, okay? So do not just leave this 2. 2 is present in front of sine 10 theta cos theta. So you have to write 2 separately, and we have to apply the formula for sine 10 theta into cos 2 theta. So that is half of sine A plus B. So sine A plus B means sine of 10 theta plus 2 theta plus sine of 10 theta minus 2 theta. I'm just writing, I have just breaking it. If you are able to do it in a single line, please try to write in a single line, children. Because if I just go here, you people will be not able to view it. So this is 2 into 1 by 2 sine of 10 theta plus 2 theta plus sine of 10 theta minus 2 theta. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So at the last, sine 12 theta plus sine 8 theta is left out, and this is your answer. So what is the answer you get there? The answer is sine 12 theta plus sine 8 theta. The half and the 2 gets cancelled. So your answer is sine 12 theta plus sine 8 theta. Are you clear, children? So we have just expressed the product in terms of sum. So here also first part also I got the answer in terms of sum. In the third subpart also I got the answer as sum. So that's your that's according to the sum. So we have completed the first question, and from question number 1, the second, fourth and fifth will be a homework. Okay, children, you are going to complete it. You are all smart people. Yes, children. Yes, you are all brilliant people. So you are just going to use the identities and you are going to complete your answers. Very good. Yes, good. Now coming to the second question. Take on the second question, children. So you people would have guessed what will be the homework for the second question. Yes. That's why I have told you that you are all smart people, because you are very good in guessing the homework questions. Okay, coming to question number 2. Express each of the following as a product. So in the question number 1, we were given with the product and we wrote it as a sum, and now here they have given in the form of sum or difference, and you are going to change it in the terms of product. Okay, just the second one, sum or difference to product. Now the second question, first subpart, sine 75 degree minus sine 35 degree. So they have expressed in the form of difference. So we are going to write down this in the form of product. So first of all, we are going to identify the proper formula. So this is sine C minus sine D. What is the formula for sine C minus sine D? See, children, be careful with the question. It's sine C minus sine D. Do not, we have sine C plus sine D. We have cos C minus cos D. We have cos C plus cos D. So you have to identify out of 4 which is the correct one. So this is for sine C minus sine D. What's the formula for sine C minus sine D? The formula is 2 cos. I'll write down here the formula. Sine C minus sine D is 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine of C minus D by 2. Very important to know the formulas. Without formulas, nothing is done. Nothing can be done. So what is the formula for sine C minus sine D? It's 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. So I have just written down the formula. Now we are just going to substitute the value over here. So what is C here, children? C is 75 and what is D here? D is 35. So just substitute and get the answer. Come on, children. You are going to complete this sum. I'll be just waiting for you. Come on, do the work. So this is equal to 2 cos. Just go on substituting the value and get the answer. Sine C minus sine D is 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. Okay. Come on, children. Put the value for C and D and get the answer. Have you completed, children? Just proceed with the answer. I hope you have substituted all the values and you would have found the answer. Let us have a cross check of the answer. So it's sine C minus sine D. The formula is 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. So the value for C is 75 and the value for D is 35. Yes, children? So let me substitute over here. So I get 75 plus 35 by 2. If you want, you can use a bracket. This is of your choice. So I get 2 cos 75 plus 35 by 2. Okay. Sine of C minus D, that's 75 minus 35 by 2. So we have substituted the value for C and D as 75 and 35. Coming to the next step, you get your 2 cos of 75 plus 35. 10, 10, 11, 110. If you are able to do it directly, the step, you can just do it directly. You can just divide by 2 also. So 110 divided by 2, you get 55. So the answer is 2 cos 55 degree. And this is sine of 75 minus 35. It's 40. So you can take the half of 40. That is 20. So the answer is 2 cos 55 degree and sine 20 degree. So this is your answer. You know the answer. 2 cos 55 degree sine 20 degree. I hope you are clear with the first subpart, children. So this is of the type from sum to product. So we have used, that is, we have learned totally two forms of identities. One is product to sum, and the other one is, first one is product to sum, and the next one is sum to product. Okay, so we have completed the first subpart. Now I just want you people to complete the remaining sums from question number 2 as homework. That is second, third, and the fourth subpart. So from question number 2, the second, the third, and the fourth will be your homework. Just apply the formula and get the answer. Okay, children, very simple. Just do it. Okay, now come on to the third question. Here on the third question, children, show that sine 12 degree, sine 48 degree, sine 54 degree is 1 by 8. Let's continue with sum number 3. The question is, show that sine 12 degree, sine 48 degree, sine 54 degree is 1 by 8. Sum number 3. Have you taken on the question, children? Do the sums along with me. So sine 12 degree, sine 48 degree, sine 54 degree is equal to half. So you have to show LHS is equal to RHS. So we are going to start with the LHS part. Let's start with the LHS part here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to take these two things together. I'm going to take the first two products and I'm going to keep this aside. Okay. So first let me simplify the first two. So this is of the form sine C into sine D, and this we have applied the formula for sine C into sine D. What is the formula for sine C into sine D? Yeah, what's that? It's half of sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. So shall we write the formula first? So write on the formula here. Sine C into sine D is equal to half of sine. Have you written A into B, or C plus C into D is enough? Okay, this is sine A sine B. Okay, children. You just write down your AB. Just you can change it as AB. Write down here. This is sine A into sine B. The first one we dealt with sine and cos. Yes, children, were sine cos. Yeah, here sine sine. Yes, when we have a sine sine formula, you have to be careful. The part changes. Yes. So what is the formula for sine A into sine B? It's half of cos. This thought of cos. Sine sine. Okay, so when it is sine sine, you have to write on the formula as half of cos A minus B. Another formula properly, it's half of cos of A minus B minus cos of A plus B. So what is the formula? The formula for sine A sine B is half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So just do not get confused. There is a, yeah, because here we are dealing with 8 identities. So sine A, sine. So you have to identify properly what identity we are going to use. So we are going to use sine A sine. So it is half of cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. Okay, now children, I am just going to use this formula for the first two angles, that is for 12 and 48. Let me apply the formula. Come on, children. I hope you people can do the steps. So what you get here? So therefore, half of, shall we write? Okay, just continue. We'll just take the LHS. Write down therefore LHS and mention here. I'm going to use this LHS. So this is, I'm going to apply this formula over here. So half of cos of A minus B. A minus B. Okay, so 12 minus 48 minus cos of 12 plus 48. This is done. And here you have sine 54 degree. Right, sine 54 degree. So I get half of cos 12 minus 48 minus 12 plus 48. Okay, let's simplify it further. So what you get here? This is equal to half of cos of minus 36 minus cos of n 60. Cos of 60 sine 54 degree. I am not doing anything to sine 54. I am just changing this to. So it's half of cos minus 36 minus cos 60. I'm just going to substitute the value over here. So let me have one more step over here. Now this is cos of minus theta. Already we have written minus theta in terms of theta. Yes, children? When you talk about minus theta in terms of theta, for all the functions, sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, only this part changes. Cos of minus theta turns to cos theta and sec minus theta is sec theta. And remaining all the minus sign comes in the front. So sine of minus theta is minus sin theta, tan of minus theta is minus tan theta, cosec minus theta is minus cosec theta, and cot minus theta is minus cot theta. Okay, children, so this is the formula that we have already written in our classwork. So sine minus theta is minus sin theta, cos minus theta, and sec of minus theta turns to positive. Okay, so they are the even functions and the remaining are odd functions. So these two are even functions and the remaining are odd functions. So cos of minus theta is cos theta. So what will happen to cos minus 36? What is cos minus theta? Cos minus theta is cos theta. The minus theta will change to plus theta. So what will happen to minus 36? Minus 36 will change to plus 36. So just write down here. So therefore, or you can just put here equal to half of the cos minus 36 will change to cos 36. Okay, I know the value for cos 60. You can just refer your trigonometric table. We have already taken down the trigonometric table. You can just refer it and you can write down the value for cos 60. It's half sine of 54 degree. So I have to just put the value for cos 36 and sine 54, children. And we have a value for cos 36 sine 54. I'll tell you what is the value for it. I just want you people to take page number children, just come to page number 116, children. Come to page 116. Have you taken on page 116? I just want you to take down some of the values. You can take down the values. There's some place. You'll be having some places. Yes, children. You'll have some blank space over here. You can just write out the formulas over here. You can just refer page 116. I told you. Yes, just stay on that and I'll tell you what is the formulas over there you're going to write down. So we have the formula for sine 18 degree. Sine 18 degree is equal to cos 72 degree. These two values are equal. Sine 18 and cos 72, they are equal. And the value is root 5 minus 1 upon 4. What is the value for sine 18 and cos 72? The value for sine 18 and cos 72 is root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Children, take on these values. This you have to remember because you can apply this value. Okay, so no need to go with the simplification. If you have sine 18, directly you can put the value as root 5 minus 1 by 4. And cos 72 also, the value is root 5 minus 1 by 4. Coming to the next one, cos 18 and sine 72. If you have cos 18 and sine 72, so both are equal. Okay, cos 18 and sine 72 are equal. And the value for them is 1 by 4 square root of 10 plus 2 root 5. Write down value, it's 1 by 4 square root of 10 plus 2 root 5. And we have one more. One is cos 36 and sine 54. Cos 36 is equal to sine 54 degree and the value is root 5 plus 1 by 4. So sine 18 cos 72. What is the value for sine 18 cos 72? It's root 5 minus 1 by 4. And if you have cos 36 and sin 54, the value is root 5 plus 1 by 4. If it is cos 18 or sin 72, you have to take the value as 1 by 4. Square root of 10 plus 2 root 5. And the values, children. Okay, have you taken on the values? So you can just use these values when you have the angles as sin 18, cos 72, cos 18, sin 72, cos 36 and sin 54. Okay children, so we are just going to substitute these values in the given expression. So what we have got half of cos 36 minus half into sin 54. Okay children, shall I rub this part? Let's substitute the values. Let's write down here. So this is equal to half of So what is the value for cos 36? It's root 5 plus 1 by 4. Okay. So put here root 5 plus 1 upon 4. Root 5. Okay. It's not root 5 the whole for 1. It's only for root 5 plus 1 upon 4 minus half sin 54. Sin 54 again it's root 5 plus 1 by 4. The same value for cos 36 and sin 54. So it's half of root 5 plus 1 by 4 minus half root 5 plus 1 by 4. Okay, now let's continue it further. So what you get here? So this is 4, this is 2. Let me take the LCM first. I get half of root 5 plus 1 as it is. This is 2, this is 4. So I'll multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So I get root 5 plus 1 minus 2 upon 4 root 5 plus 1 by 4. What we get here? Half of root 5 plus 1 minus 2 upon 4 root 5 plus 1. Yes, children? Okay. Now, I'm just going to take all the denominators part together. So, 4 into 2, 8. 8. What was the answer we need then? Yeah, they have asked you to find out the answer is 1 by 8. Yes, children? Okay. So, 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32. So, let me write down the multiples of denominator first. 2 4s are 8, 8 4s are 32. Now, here, let me take the numerator part here. Root 5 plus 1 minus 2. What is plus 1 minus 2? 1 minus 2. It's minus 1. So, I get here root 5 minus 1 and here it's root 5 plus 1. Children, just see here carefully. Do not get confused. Very simple. We are just substituting the value for cos 36 and sin 54. I get root 5 plus 1 upon 4 minus half. So, I am just going to take the LCM here. I get root 5 plus 1 minus 2 upon 4. So, this is root 5 minus 1. Plus 1 minus 2 minus 1. 2 into 4, 8. 8 4s are 32. So, I get here 32. Now, this is of the form a minus b, a plus b. What is a minus b into a plus b? A square minus b square. So, what you get here? This is equal to a square is root 5 square minus 1 square upon 32. So, 5. Root 5 into root 5, 5 minus 1 upon 32. So, 4 upon 32. So, 4 ones are 4 eights are. So, the answer is 1 by 8. I think this is your RHS. Yes, children, that's what you have to show. So, we have, you can say, therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore, write on the question, therefore, sine 12 degree, sine 48 degree, sine 54 degree is equal to 1 by 8. Hence shown. So, we have completed the final step. So, we have found the answer as 1 by 8 and that is the RHS. So, we have completed our answer And we have got sine 12 degrees, sine 48 degrees, sine 54 degrees 1 by 8. Okay children, let's move to the next sum. Go for the next question. It's show that this would have taken minutes. Complete the steps fast. Then I have told you, you have to do the sums along with me. First step, we are just going very slow. We can just do it. You have to remember this values, okay, children. So remember that values also along with the formulas. You have to remember the values also. Okay, let me continue with sum number 4. Cos pi by 15, cos 2 pi by 15, cos 3 pi by 15, cos 4 pi by 15, cos 5 pi by 15, cos 6 pi by 15, cos 7 pi by 15 is equal to 1 by 2. 1 by 128. This is what you have to find out. Let's start with the LHS part. Right down here, LHS. Cos pi by 15, cos 2 pi by 15, cos 3 pi by 15, cos 4 pi by 15, 5 pi, 6 pi, 7 pi. Okay. Cos 5 pi by 15, cos 6 pi by 15, and cos 7 pi by 15. So this is the LHS. So what is the LHS? Cos pi by 15, cos 2 pi by 15, cos 3 pi by 15, cos 4 pi by 15, cos 5 pi by 15, cos 6 pi by 15, cos 7 pi by 15. Okay children, now we are just going to convert this in the form of degree. Okay, so this is pi by 15. So what is the value for pi by 15 children? It's 180 by 15. So 15 ones are 3 left, so 12. Cos 12 degree. In terms of degree, what is the answer? 12. So 180 by 15. What is the value for 180 by 15? It's 12. So what do you have here? Cos 12 degree. This is 2 into 12. So cos 24. 3 into 12. Cos 36. 4 into 12. Cos 48. 5 into 12. Cos 60. 6 into 12. Cos 72. 7 into 12. What is that? Cos 84 degrees. So we have just changed the radians in terms of degree. So what I get here? Cos 12, cos 24, cos 36, cos 48, cos 60, cos 72, cos 84. Now children, here we are just going to use the formula cos 60 minus a, cos 60 plus a. Okay, that formula. So we have going to choose what is a here. So what is a is, one is cos 12 and one is cos 24. So first of all, it takes some time, okay, because I have already done the sum, so I know what is a here. But for you people, it will take some time to choose the numbers because you have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sets are there. From 7 sets, you have to choose what is a first of all. So I'm just going to take cos, that is a as 12. Now I have to find out 60 minus a and I have to find out 60 plus a. Okay, children? So I'll be writing cos 12 in the middle. So this is cos a. I want cos 60 minus a. So what is 60 minus a? 60 minus 12, what is the answer children? It's 8. It's 48. So I need 48. Do you have 48 here? Yeah, I have 48. So I'm going to write down here cos 48 degree. I want, this is 60. I told this is a. This is 60 minus a and 60 plus a. So 12 plus 60, 72. So I get here another pair. So are you getting my point children? So what we have done, we have chosen a cos a pair. We have chosen a cos 60 plus a pair. And also we have chosen cos 60 minus a pair. Getting my point? Okay, so now what is the formula for this? 1 upon 4 sine, here cos is there. So 1 upon 4 cos 3 is simple. 1 upon 4 cos 3a is the answer. Getting my point? So you are just going to arrange. So what number I have chosen? I have chosen a as 12. So I have taken a. This is 60 plus a. So 12 plus 60 gives me 72. 60 minus a, that is 60 minus 12 gives me 48. So I have taken the first set. Now I am going to take the second set. Let me take the second set. What is the second set I am going to choose here is, already I have told you I am going to choose 24. So I'll try 24 in the middle here. Okay, done. Now I'm going to choose 60 minus a and I want to choose 60 plus a. Let me take first 60 plus a. Okay, 60 plus 24, 84. I get here cos of 84 degree. Now I want 60 minus 24. 10 minus 4, 6. 36. Okay, cos 36. Let me see what are the angles that we have chosen. 48 is done. 12 is taken. 72 is done. 36 is here. 24 is taken. 84 is taken. So what is left? At the last 60 is left. We don't, 60 is not having any pair. No problem, right? Cos 60 as it is. So what formula are you going to use here? Again, we are going to use a formula here. Cos A. This is cos 60 plus A. This is cos of 60 minus A. So I have two sets of pairs. Okay. So cos 60 minus A. Cos A into cos 60 plus A. Then again one same pair. So you can just write down the next step also with the pencil. If you want, you can just write down with the pencil. And cos 60 is left out without any pairing. So what is the formula for this? For this 3, the formula is cos of, what's the formula? 1 by 4 cos 3a. So 3 into a. What is a? 12. For this, the formula is again 1 by 4 cos 3a. What is a here? 24. So 3 into 24. At the last cos 60, we know the value for cos 60. What is it? Half. So put the value half. So I get 1 by 4 cos 3 into 12, 1 by 4 cos 3 into 24 and 1 by 2. I am just going to write down the values. It's 1 by 4 cos 36, 1 by 4 cos 12, 72 into half. So I get the answer as 1 by 4 cos 36, 1 by 4 cos 72 and 1 by 2. So I am just going to multiply all the numerators first. Okay children, I'll just take all the numerators first and all the denominators second. So let me take the numerators part. So 1 into cos 36, 1. Everything is 1. So what is left in the numerator part? I'll just continue here. I need the values. So cos 36 I need and cos 72 I need. I'll just continue here children. So I get here, this is equal to 1 by, okay, 1 is multiplied. So I get here cos 36 into cos 72 upon 4 4s are 16, 16 2s are 32. So I'm just going to write down this 32 separately. I'm going to put the value for cos 36. What is the value for cos 36 children? We have already taken down the formula. Cos 36 is root 5 plus 1 upon 4. And what is the formula for cos 72? Root 5 minus 1 by 4. What is the formula for cos 36? Root 5 plus 1 by 4. And for cos 72, it is root 5 minus 1 by 4. Very simple. This is, you can just take all the denominators separately and multiply the numerators. I'll just keep this as it is. 1 by 32 into root 5 plus 1, root 5 minus 1. A plus B into A minus B. What is the answer children? Root 5 square minus 1 square by 16. 4 into 4, 16. Just keep this as it is. So I get here 1 by 32. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. 4 by 16. So 4 ones are 4 fours are. So 32 into 4. I get 1 upon 100. So I started with LHS. I got the it's very simple. So we have to group. So we have so many 7 angles they have given. So we have to take AA properly, whatever is left out, and we applied the formula. We have to just write down the value for cos 36, cos 72. So this is A plus B, A minus B. So I get 5 minus 1. So it's 4. So 4 upon 16, 1 by 4, and the answer is 1 by 128. So write on the final statement. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Hence, is it true or show? Show. No? Therefore, LHS equal to RHS. So we have completed our sum number 4. Now you have some more homeworks along with this one and second sum. You have to complete sum number 5. Okay, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6. The homework is you have to write down 11 identities. That is for your self-study. Do not include this 11 identities. That's your homework. Anyhow, you have to write down the 11 identities and you have to send it to me. I have to see whether you have written or no. You have to send the 11 identities to me. And along with this 11 identities, you have to complete the first question, second subpart, fourth subpart and fifth subpart. And from question number 2, you're going to complete the second subpart, the third subpart and the fourth subpart. And also you're going to complete 5, 6 and 7. Everything is based on the identity. You have to just put the proper identity and you have to solve and you have to get the answer. Okay children, and so we have completed sum number 4 and I have given you 5, 6, 7. Children? So we will be continuing with the remaining sums in the next class.